absolutely blundering. Hold on. I'm going. We're streaming. I can't say I super feel like streaming. I'll be honest. Like, we can be honest, right? We're at a stage where we can be honest. I have a lot to do today. Today's a very busy day for me. And so, I don't really feel like hopping on. I was gonna play the Berlin Apartment. I'm so excited for that game. I don't have the energy for it. It's not my vibe. So, I just got more DLC for Plastic Duck Simulator, and I'm just gonna throw that on the background while I yap and set up some Daggerheart cards in my Daggerheart folio. How about that? And if you don't like it, I don't care. Am I missing one? Oh god, don't show my info, please, God. Oh, that's free. Yeah, download, please. Okay, hold on, Jet. Maybe I should have went starting soon. Can I... Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the game. I'm gonna restart the game so I can get everything. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the ducks on in the background. It's like my Cocomelon. And then... Yeah, I'm just gonna do that for a bit. And then the stream's gonna end, and we'll move on with our lives. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's all the DLCs now. That'll do. New game. You can look at this now. You should know this too. Yeah, rooftop 1%, selection, everything correct. Is it? Yes. New game. Okay. Ducks are happening. Ducks are happening, baby. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to hear. I'm hearing it a little too well, though. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And then how do I sit? Each to your camera. E. This is nice, right, chat? That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. I have to respond to a message, though. Give me a second. Sounds good to me. Slay. Okay. Yeah, so... Spoilers, one of the things on our horizon is a Daggerheart campaign. Because we are all... TTRPG nerds. It is my hobby of all time. And... we're gonna stream it, which is so exciting. Gonna build a little studio space, and I'll sit down and play our little game together. It is so exciting. And so because of that, I went really ham on presentation, and I wanted to get all the real supplies. Those are the Daggerheart folio. What I have been doing is setting this bad boy up in some semblance of an order. Mostly the one that was prescribed on their downloads page. But I've been leaving spaces in it for the new stuff coming out in Hope and Fear, because that's what we're going to be streaming mostly is... or we're waiting for the Hope and Fear stuff to come out to start a campaign. And so... I've put little spaces for all of the, like, assassin, witch, etc. that's coming. And also, the rogue stuff because I was waiting for some matte black sleeves to arrive. Thing about me, I love colors. I love things being pretty. And also, it gives me a sense of control and organization. For example, take the Grace domain. They're all in hot pink sleeves. I know! I'm saying the same thing that you are. Here's another example. You ready for this? Oh, what do we got here? We got... I don't know the name of that one. Actually, bad example. Arcana domain? Beautiful, right? Beautiful little card. Oh, it's purple. That looks blue. I am being made to look like a liar. This, on stream, actually looks... just blue, actually. Hold on, I need to compare that to the actually blue sleeves. Oh. Final boss. Yeah. Oh. Fibonacci sequence. Gold plus... Can't do homework today, game. I really can't. The pixelated skyline looks beautiful, though. What was I doing? I was looking for the blue. I'm very... My brain today, chat. I'm apologizing in advance. Here's purple and blue. Wow, that is... remarkably similar. Why does that read like that? Which one? This one's the blue one. Yeah, okay, duh. Chat, I promise I sound insane, but, like, this is way more violet in person than it is on the camera. Do I have something else purple on my desk that I can put this against? Well, the folio is purple. That looks blue. It looks more... Okay, I'm going a little crazy. My phone case is purple. Hold on, wait. We got various shades of purples and blues. Yeah, that... Okay, you can sense the purple in there. Purple. No. No. Alright. You're gonna have to take my word for it that it's purple, because I promise. Pinky swear. I have no reason to lie to you. Except for an abundance of reasons, actually. So, they're color-coded. We're back inside the music, because the music roars. Yeah, so I've color-coded all of my cards with... These are the Ultra Pro Eclipse matte sleeves. Love these, had these for a while, and they're very nice colors in person. So all of my domain cards and also the classes are in colored sleeves, except for Rogue until today, because again, boom, matte black, gorge. So I need to take these out of all the clear sleeves that I've had them in, so that I can put them in the folio. And then for the ones that don't have colors, like Ancestries and stuff, I'm using these clear sleeve. Oh, we're going to the beach. We are going to the beach, that's so true. Yeah, they're shiny on one side, matte on the other. I'm using the matte side on the front, just so they match in textures. But yeah, so I'm gonna just slot these cards into my folio. While we watch the beautiful visuals of some plastic ducks with some smooth jazz and an elevator. Is that the elevator? That's the elevator. Oh my god. Oh wait, hold on. Controls. How do I look at you? Switch duck. You can stop spawn. Why would you do that? Switch duck is tab. Hold on. No, not that way. No, not that way. Tab. Yeah! Look at him! Oh, so dapper. Amazing. Get perched again. Let's get perched again while we do. Why do I have so many DMs? Can't a woman just stream? youth got to a particular episode in Attack on Titan. Or when I have been waiting for this day of things are like things are gonna happen and perspectives are gonna change on things, and today's that day. Anyway. I can't talk about this in case any of you guys haven't seen Attack on Titan. Which you should. It's my favorite anime. Oh yeah, where did I put... What? Yo, do you guys see where I put... It's here. You know what, thank you for helping me. My brain these past couple days has been so impressively scattered. Which manager meeting. Is impressive because I'm scattered every day. But I can't even begin to explain to you guys how much and how little is going on. In this noggin. Which is why we're here sleeving cards live on stream like an hour and a half before I go to a TTRPG session. Okay. Here's the hole for the rogue stuff in between Ranger and what is that, Seraph? Yeah, that's alphabetical. That's where we put in our new cards in, folks. Nightwalker Foundation. Nightwalker Specialization. Nightwalker Mastery. Walker Syndicate. What? Syndicate Foundation, Syndicate Specialization, Syndicate Mastery. There is no Nightwalker Syndicate, stupid. Here they are. Yippee! Here's the full spread of those ones. Now the next thing to slot in is the Midnight Opening. Where is Midnight alphabetically here? Time to the party. Window cleaning service. What is that? What are you doing? Hello? It's a tiny duck. Oh my goodness. Tiny piece of toast. Okay. That's a shiny achievement though. Shit's rare. What are any of these called? Loki. I'm gonna need the book for this. Hold on. Hold on, shit. Did I grab the book? No, I didn't grab the book. Hold on. I gotta grab my book, but I have a dress shirt on top and pajama pants on bottom. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, chat. Chat, listen, I overheat very easily and I'm not wearing pants. But I'm not wearing pants. You know, we compromise. It's like National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day or something, so that's my excuse. Domain, please. Cool. There they are. There. After Grace. This codex dreads the new one, so that's D, then G, M. GM. Neato. So that goes after those hot pink cards I showed you guys. There she is. Yeah, bump. Uh-oh. That's. Hold on. There we go. Rev up those fryers. Where did I put the midnight cards? That's the next question. Oh god. Oh boy. Light therapy. Gotta go. Gotta go. It's just not helping me out of my journey right now. There they are. There she is. Stop. Such a short span. Give me this. Huzzah! Let me make sure. Yeah, they're still in order. Sweet. So we take this. We take this stack. We put this here. We grab these. Matte black sleeves. Bonk. Let me just start re-sleeving. Let's get right in. I just cleaned my desk because it was a hazard. And then I got all of this really cool Daggerheart stuff, and now I've just thrown everything back on the desk. Not everything. It's still objectively better than it was, but it's still unlivable. I'm also thinking of moving my monitor to be on the other side so that all of this is my background instead of my closet door, because I think it looks kind of lovely. I just think it'd look better and cute. I was inspired by Fishbowl because she had that lovely like pinboard set up behind her. Gave my hair a little bit of a trim. Do you guys like it? Do you think it looks cute? Doesn't matter if you say yes or no, because I like it. Anyway, yeah, so Fishbowl showed me the power of a pinboard. I'm like, I literally have one behind me. And it would inspire me to make it a little bit cuter. And I just think that'd be fun, and it just requires some slight reorganization of my setup on my desk, kind of flipping where I sit, which puts me closer to the center of the room. I don't know if I love that, but it's like ultimately kind of nothing burger for a better looking setup. Because then when I sit here, and this is behind me, would be like when I'm using my laptop. Right now my laptop's getting all the good angles, so I'm like, I think I should switch that around. I really do. Sunset's Forge. Can't wait to find out if this music's covered or not. Fun game you play when you stream video games. If they have surprise copyright or not. Who knows? Not me. That's a problem for later. This is some very smooth jazz, I will say. See, now that I know that the purple shows up more indigo on my camera, I almost want to put the red stuff in that because it will show up that way. I'm gonna put dread in gray. I think it contrasts enough with everything else going on, and also dread being gray just kind of like the vibes feel right, you know? At least they do to me. It makes sense to me, and they're my cards. So ultimately, that's what matters. But if you want to give your input, that's your God-given right. Just doing a little bit of over here. Back to the black sleeves. Purple vibe on this is gorge. I love these lesson project DLCs and whatnot. It's just nice. Honestly, the reason I have 50 hours in this game is because I put it on every Christmas. I got it as a Christmas present from Filbert. And there's just something about, like, it being Christmas Eve, and my family's over, so I'm away from my computer. And just putting the ducks on, like, running in the background to just appear, so that when I escape into my room for a second for a social breather, I can just see all the ducks that I've been creating. It feels weirdly Christmas. It's become a new, like, Christmas routine for me. Which is, like, it's funny to me, but it's also kind of wholesome. What my routine used to be, there's a game on Roblox. I don't know off the top of my head what it's called, but it's basically a game where you play as an elf, and there's all these little, like, side games where you, like, you stuff a bunch of toys, or you, like, that one's my favorite, so that's why it's off the dome. There's, like, some painting, you can do stuffed toys, but you can also make, like, basketballs and other sport balls, and then you bring them to Santa to put in a sack, and then he delivers them, because that's his job. And for years, even well after I stopped playing Roblox, like, regularly, that was my Christmas Eve routine, was I had to play the Roblox Christmas game. And I think this might have been the first year where I didn't. Just didn't feel like it excited me ducks. What I have done, and I will probably still do, like, forever, I don't care that I'm, like, in my early 20s, I love the NORAD Santa Tracker. I'll say it. I've watched the NORAD Santa Tracker since I was a wee lass, and I still put it on because I like to be like, where is Santa right now? He's in the Congo? That's awesome. Oh man, dude's in Australia? I never see that one because I'm still asleep when he's in Australia. But like, it's just so cute to be like, yeah, Santa is in France right now. And then just watch him get closer. And now that I'm an adult, I can watch when Santa flies over my town and go, yeah, Santa's here. And it brings me joy and whimsy. So I don't care if you believe in Santa or not. There's a certain whimsy that comes with watching a Santa tracker. And there's a bunch, but I like NORAD. So that's how I like to spend my Christmas. I don't know why I'm talking about Christmas in April. And it's also not the first time this week that I've talked about Christmas. You're so brave to say that. Thank you! Thank you. I don't think we talk about Santa enough as adults. And I really stand by that. So I can negotiate on my little Roblox game. I can. I will not negotiate on the NORAD Santa tracker. And that's my right. So now while I have the NORAD tracker on one monitor, I have Plastic Duck Simulator on the other. And I've got hella ducks. I have so many ducks now. It's so incredibly impressive how many ducks I've procured. And by that I mean it's all the ones you can get passively. I haven't done anything once where you need to like solve a puzzle, because I just want to run the ducks in the background while I'm doing other things, like my folio, and then watch the ducks swim around. Call me crazy, but that's what I like to do. Christmas in April kind of day. Week. Life. I love Christmas. Christmas has always been my favorite holiday. However, I have a vendetta against winter. Me personally, I am not a winter gal. Long before any qualms in my life, I've been seasonally affected. I've been seasonally affected first and foremost, so I have learned to fear and test the winter. But Christmas? It pulls me out of that. I did, totally unrelated, go on vitamin D this winter, because my vitamin D was chronically bad. And you're not gonna believe this, I felt better. So I don't think that's related at all to the seasonal affective disorder, or my mood, or my thoughts on winter. I think that's just a crazy coincidence. But vitamin D has been my, is it off? Oh, wait, missed it. Has revolutionized my mood and energy. It's been pretty baller. And now that my mood is better, my inattentiveness and my hyperactivity have gone wild. So maybe I'll do something about that, maybe I won't. If it means that I can just, like, podcast to myself on a Thursday with some ducks on the screen with my other hobby in my lap in peace and just talk for a minute and that gets me over it, that's fine. That's cool. That's whatever. That's what my brain wanted to do today. I thought about playing Dispatch. I thought about playing The Berlin Apartment. I thought about going back to Sticky Business. I did. I really did. But I thought that what I needed in my heart and soul today was Plastic Duck Simulator. And I can tell based on how chatty I've gotten over the course of the half an hour I've been streaming, that I was right about that. So that's cool. It's just that kind of day. Sometimes I take myself and everything a little too seriously, I fear. So I need to chill out, otherwise I'm going to go insane, because life's just getting started. It's just getting started for me, so if I'm stressing myself out to graze now, can you imagine when there's more than 4 people watching me? I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna combust. Like, on the spot. You guys are gonna watch me live on Twitch. Fucking explode. And I don't feel like exploding. If I explode, I can't watch the NORAD Santa Tracker. So I would prefer not to. Also, I can't explode before Daggerheart starts, because I really want to play Daggerheart. Like, you can only do so much. I have been watching a YouTuber the past, like, week. Her name is Haley Honeyman. And I will shout her out, because I am, absolutely loving her content. She's an ADHD coach, and she makes a lot of videos about ADHD, which I try not to engage in, like, content about, like, you know, like mental illness and stuff, like here's tips to cope with ADHD, here's tips to cope with, you know, anxiety, whatever. I don't like watching that kind of content for me personally, because I always find it does nothing but, like, make me think a lot about it, and then not solve anything. But she is the first person I've saw, like, her, like, issues, I don't want to phrase it like that, but, like, her symptoms and stuff are very similar to mine, and she's very funny. So I watch those videos and, like, actually get something out of them, like entertainment and joy and, like, good vibes in my heart instead of just, like, feeling worse. That's also why I try not to watch, like, lifestyle YouTubers as much as I do. I would be hypocritical to say that I don't, because I very much do. I love a good, like, day in my life. Like, yeah, show me your absolutely insanely organized fridge. I will watch that. It's just not productive for me, because I always doom scroll them, like, when I'm at my most disorganized. You can get a little taste of it in that corner, but you don't even know what happened with that shit. I just, like, I will watch it, but I don't like to watch it, but watching her videos has made me, like, actually, like, for example, let me give you an example. She was talking about ways to, like, make life easier for yourself, and to just, like, work with what your routines are, don't fight it, and just, there's no reason to make things harder for yourself. And that made me realize, in my bathroom, just over there, I have a big trash can and a small trash can. I have 2 trash cans in the bathroom, which is fine, because I had one by the sink, which is where I'd put, like, my cotton pads, whatever, and one by the toilet, for, like, pads and whatnot. That's not a bad system. It is a bad system when you consider that there are 2 trash cans in the bathroom and 0 in the bedroom. I'm at my desk all the time, and when my desk gets really bad, a lot of it's like wrappers and shit, because it's stuff I've collected that I don't have an like easily accessible way to throw it out, so I don't until it gets really bad. And I went, brain blast, what if we can leave the big trash can in the bathroom? That's cool. What if we take little trash can and we put little trash can next to desk? Get this, I have a little stool of a frog. It's a frog holding a lily pad, and it's like a stool that I keep the trash can on. I love that little guy, but he's always next to the toilet, so I don't get to, like, look at him all the time. Now, he's next to me, holding the trash can holding my desk trash, and the bathroom trash holding the bathroom trash. And I have a stool right here. A chai tea stool, because I love tea. It was like right here in the way. I have a small bedroom. I need all the space I can get in the bedroom. What if, oh my god, I made room, because I took out a trash can. So the trash can goes where the trash can goes. There's a big space. What do I put in the space? Oh my god, the chai tea stool, which I can see right now. Thank you, music. Also, quick Skype check, because this is lovely. I can see the chai tea stool from here, and I can see my frog, and I've got trash. Well, I've been in this house for over a decade, and I've never once considered to put a trash can in my room until that. So I went, oh, you know what would make my life really easy is to put a trash can there. Oh my god. It's been great. There's trash in the trash can and not on my desk. Not true. There's a little bit of trash on my desk, but that's because I actively made it doing this. Isn't that wild? And it is, because it's not. The wild part is the fact that I never considered that as a possibility. It is not wild that I did that. And it is also, believe it or not wild that it works. It is such a valid solution that I never thought of. And instead of going, I am so dumb for never putting the trash can in my room. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm doing is I'm messaging Storm for 10 straight minutes about how excited I am about my new trash can and stool setup. I'm excited that I thought of it at all, and I'm excited that it's helping me. That's what matters, Joe. I'm not sitting here going, man, why did I start the stream at 3:30 when I have things going on at 6 I'm not prepared for? Why didn't I start earlier? You know why I didn't start earlier? I thought Storm on his lunch break, and it was awesome. And then I took a shower, but before I took a shower, I gave my hair a little trim, because my ends were kind of tough. And that was really nice. And I looked at my hair in the mirror, damn. Looks good, I did a good job. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't have enough time to play a game. That's cool. You have to grow plastic. The ducks aren't going anywhere. The ducks are right there to stay. The ducks are waiting for me. So is the smooth jazz. And now I could sit here and do something that was on my to-do list, but I didn't really have a good time to do, which is that now I have my matte black sleeves. And set up my folio. How wicked cool is that? Pretty quick and sweet. So I got all my cards in my folio. I don't know how any of those thoughts were connected or not, but I'm choosing not to care, actually. I think this is what happens when, Storm works a real person job and leaves me to my own devices on Thursdays. If you want content with a brain, it's not after I go to the gym and have a thing making me anxious on the horizon. You're gonna get what you're gonna get, and that's me building my dagger portfolio with Plastic Duck Simulator. And I'm having a great time. I'm in such a drastically better mood right now than when I turned the stream on. It's kind of incredible to me. But my task is over. What the fuck do I do now? What's a girl to do while I have this button? Do you want to see my dice collection? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Hold on. Ignore the pajama bottoms. I'm drawing attention to the pajama bottoms before you guys can. Fuck you. I bought the dice bag of holding while I bought the folio and the dice and the shirt. Storm got one of these, and I was curious about these, but I thought, I was like, do I need that? And then it went out of stock again, and then it went back in stock, and I went, green one, so I have this now. And I have been... This has been the first thing, speaking of making things work for you, this has been the first time... Oh, sorry. The first thing in, like, over a year that has given me the motivation to clean at all was going around my room looking for rogue dice. Complete a set, because when I completed a set, I can put it into here as a reward. It's genius. So I think I'll show you guys the d20s because that's the saw. Big, loud, scary sounds. This also isn't every single dice that I own because I am still missing some complete sets, and I also keep some at Storm's house for the table when I actually play games. This is everything I have on Gameplay. And there's a lot. There's a deceivingly high amount of dice in here, which is awesome because there's still so much room in here, which means I can get more dice. Do I need more dice? No. Because I'm gonna have new characters. And those characters need dice. Oh. But I have plenty of room for activities now. Let's start with this. This die right here is the first set of Dungeons & Dragons dice I ever got, and it was a gift from Filbert. Because we started my first campaign, which was an Eberron campaign, and I did not own any dice. And so he said, do you need dice? I said, yes. He said, here you go. So that's a very special die to me. This die is like blue sparkly with the like chromy edges. There's the 20. This was my first metal dice set. Gift from my mom. Very, very pretty, very hefty. I like a good... My favorite kind of dice are metal or gemstone. I like the like hefty dice. Following that, this is my first set of character dice. This was a gift from Storm. It is red with silver, and it's got some battle damage. It's a bit like a Beyblade in that way. For my first D&D character ever, Macaria Temerity, she was an Asmodeus Tiefling War Domain Cleric. Originally Light Domain, but I switched to War Domain. These are her dice. They've kind of been through it a little bit, but very important dice set to me. I've got in here 2 rogue d20s. This one is pink with black outline, and the 20 is an egg. I think it was from like a mystery set of some kind. There's a teal one too, but I haven't been able to find the teal one. And this one is from, I believe, Bloomburrow, from Magic the Gathering, when I had a brief lapse of judgment and almost got into Magic the Gathering. But I have this now. What have I used for character dice? I have a couple sets that I got for Christmas from my new friends and also coworkers, which is crazy. I have this set that has, like, it's resin, it's clear, but it's got, like, strings of rainbow through it. Love that. These are for my current character, a Wild Magic Sorceress. Andy Bell Jorlane. I have these, green and purple. Love that. Absolutely gorge. And these, like, sparkly confetti in the clear way. I have these white and green with gold lettering dice. I used this for a very short campaign I did with a friend, and it was his dad as the DM, playing with him and his younger brother. It was a very sweet little thing. I played a dwarf. Ranger? Druid? I don't remember, but used those for her. And I think that's all I've used of these as specific character die. Here's the Daggerheart die set. I love these. I love that Daggerheart is yellow and purple because it reminds me of Storm and I. Ugh. I have a couple sets with some little guys in them. Oh, here's another evil. This is silicone, so it's bouncy. It's green and pink because those are her colors. Very, very cute. I have 4 sets, with little guys in them. This on brand with Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. These are clear and they have a little white rubber duck in them. I got these from a bath bomb. There's a bath bomb with a full set of dice inside that have these little ducks in them. Adorbs, love it. I have this set I've never used but need a reason to. That has a, like, polar bear with a rainbow inside of it. Super cute. Totally forgot I had that. I have this set with a little snake inside. Because it was the year of the snake last year, and I did a gift from my mom. A lot of these dice I got from my mom. I did a little quest in my game with snakes, so I have a little snake dice set, and then these dice have pandas inside, because pandas are my favorite animal. And I have never used these on the tabletop. I really should. And then I have a couple, like, naturey ones. Some of these are very new. I have 2 sharp resin sets. These are gorge. Again, for my mom. One is purple flowers, and one is, like, pinky, white, yellow vibes. gorge. Love these. Very spring. I have this set that has a little mushroom inside. And I also have these, which I think are going to be character die for an upcoming, for my Daggerheart character. Is potentially going to be one of her sets. With a little dried yellow flower inside. I used these for another character. Unfortunately, that campaign didn't get very far, so I am mentally okay with reusing it. 2 more sets of metal dice here. One of these is split black and white. I got these for Storm as a Christmas present in 2020 because they remind me of Unus Annus, and I got myself a set too. They remind me of Unus Annus. And then these were a gift. This is a funny story because that same Christmas, I got this black and gold metal dice set in the mail. And there was no, like, vendor. I didn't know who sent it to me. And I asked all my friends that I was playing D&D with, like, hey, did you get me these dice for Christmas? And everyone said no. And I was like, okay, who's my secret admirer who sent me dice? And it was from one of my theater friends who I didn't even think he knew that I played D&D. I guess he did because I talked about it with, like, mutual friends. He was like, yeah, I got you those. And I was like, oh my god, thank you. Least likely contender. And so these just make me chuckle, because they're my secret admirer dice. My cat is here now to join the party. I've got 2 more sharp resins here. This one I love. It's like this cloudy gray with its liquid core, and it's got like these rainbowy flecks in the core. Ugh. Gorge. And then I also have this one, which also brings me joy. It's another like cloudy gray one, but there's just this like bright orange, like, it's also liquid, bright orange sphere in it. So cute. I might use this for the game I'm playing tonight. Actually, this might be her dice set. Yeah, this is really why I'm doing this. It's just planning out my character dice. Hi, Lightning. And then I just have a handful of normal resin ones. Just got this set. Love this set. Might also use this for Daggerheart potentially. Hi, Lightning. You hear her screaming. She's just vying for my attention. Deep green with this like really cool okay, this one you're not gonna focus on because I actually care to show it off. Yeah, these like little squiggles and stuff, but it's this really nice rich green. This is just a simple like smoky black. It looks opaque on camera, but it is see-through, and I also have this like milky white as well. You never know when you're gonna need them. I've got this set, which arrived, another gift from my mom, arrived after Christmas, so I'm gonna have to wait a minute to use it, but the 20s is Santa. And there's like the D6. Well, actually, here's the D12. The D12 is like present. That's not gonna show either. This way. Take my word for it. I have this set. It's black and red, with very like fine, ornate detailing. My favorite dice from this set is the D6. Yeah, here's the D6 on the Christmas set also, because that's a bell. And then for that set I was just talking about, if I can find her. See, I'm not going to be able to find it because I'm planning it out. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it has this, like... It reminds me of, like, an Asian temple, almost. Can you show, please? Can you... Hello? Hello? Yeah, look at that. So cool. While I'm in the D6s too, just got this set. It's the Wizard 101 collaboration. I'm so mad because the gemstone dice for that collection is blue sandstone, which I love. My DMing dice is blue sandstone dice, and I'm like, I already have blue sandstone, I don't want more. But then they released these D6s, and I'm playing a sorcerer who loves Fireball, so a set of D6s is fine with me. And these are based after an in-game cantrip with these dice. I loved Wizard 101 as a child. I might stream that one day. I loved Wizard 101. Big Wizard 101 kid. I stopped playing before cantrips came out. I didn't know that there were cantrips in the game. I just knew that when they announced the collection... yes! When they announced the collection, I was like, so in. And then I found out, oh, it's from an in-game model. What the hell is it? I know what a cantrip is because I play D&D, but like, was there one of those cantrips? But I love this set with the stars and the purple and stuff. Can't wait to cast a girly pop fireball with that. Five more sets of dice. Easily accessible. This is one of my favorites. It's blue and white and gold. It reminds me of, like, the sky and clouds. Absolutely gorge. I have this simple purple and black, glittery set. Very nice. This is just a plain, like, deep blue and gold, but there's something about the vibrancy of this blue that just speaks to my soul. I have... It's funny, I'm showing these up at the same time. These are both teal and purple, because that's one of my favorite color combos. But one's like a deep blue and purple, and this one's a lighter blue and purple with sparkles. They serve their own purposes. And that's basically all of the unique dice I have. The only other things in here would be the Daggerheart, Hope and Fear dice. Let me try to locate those really quick, in case any of you at home haven't seen them. Which again is going to be hard to find because I'm trying to show them off. Oh, I found the elevator. Neat. Hello? Oh, they're at the table. That's why they're not in here. Okay, anyway, I hope you enjoyed my dice collection. I have more than that. They're either at the table or I'm like missing one die because again, my life is in shambles and my room is not clean. Yo! Wait, pause. Look at this guy. Yo. He's like a balloon animal. She's very cute too with her bug-ass bob. Fantastic. Avant-garde. Anyway. I am, like, missing one or two die from the set, so I don't want to put it in the actual like, collecting decks, I want to know that I have them all. One of those being this black and red set. Sparkly black and red. Would love to run some kind of vampire with this dice set. Because it's just giving vampires so bad. I just don't have a good opportunity coming up for vampirism. Which is so sad. Like, if your life is in a direction where you don't have a good outlet for vampirism, do the change you want to see. So, yeah, that was a fun little jaunt, and now, in that conversation earlier about, garbage, thank you, feel seen, I have all the containers for... Lights are coming on. That was cool. All the containers for the dice sets that I just need to, like, put in a box and forget about. Because they now all live in a dice bag. Which is so much nicer than just a bunch of these little, you know, things. I also have on my desk, the set that I was also thinking of potentially using for my Daggerheart character, but I did use them for a D&D character for like 2 years. It's just like, that campaign never ended, so I'm like, maybe the dice from the table, but also this is so specifically for my, warlock, genie warlock named Jacos, and it's, green fluorite. This is a set gemstone dice, so this is genuine green fluorite. Absolutely gorgeous. That love it. But I don't know if I have the heart to play it for someone who isn't Jacos. I know financially that sounds insane, but if you play TTRPGs, you get it when a set of dice is for the character. Like, I wouldn't use the Macaria dice again. Those are Macaria's dice. These just happen to be expensive, which is why I'm like, maybe I use them again. Hello? Okay. Jacos, that, he was an Eladrin elf, had a girlfriend named Lyriel, and I wrote in her backstory that her eyes were like green fluorite. When I saw that these are from Misty Mountain Gaming, love those guys, so I'm confident in them. When I saw Misty Mountain had these at a con, I went, yes. Yes, absolutely, give me those. So, that's how I've come to claim all of those. I don't think I have, like, any other dice sets that I've just gone rogue. I have the ones that I'm actively using. Like, Ebel's primary set of dice is, green and, oh, goddamn. Green and pink swirls, and the D20 is a unicorn. For the 20 of the D20 is a unicorn. And then I have the blue sandstone damning dice. And I think those are all my sets. So I need to decide what set I'm gonna use for Daggerheart unless I find a new one. That's always an option, and I am going to be attending a con before we start Daggerheart, so eyes and ears open. But I think that what I'm leaning towards is, from what I own, I want to use the Hope and Fear die from the Daggerheart dice set to actually do Hope and Fear rolls with, but, you know, I was gonna show you the dice set that I had mentally picked out, but then I realized that this one that I showed with the ornate, like, markings and stuff with the tan. This is what comes to mind first. However, this dice set that I was given for Christmas, while intended for another character, green and blue, what? Green and purple are her colors. So, this very well could be her dice. As could these, and I like these just because they're slightly bigger than some of the other sets that I have. I rolled a 4, that's tough. 3, okay, awesome. 15. I can live with 15. That's opposed to this 3. 18. Interesting. Interesting. Slightly bigger, and she's a big gal, so I'll think. But that's what I'm thinking right now for what I have, and then I'm gonna probably just end up buying another set. Just got here, but love you, Rim. Hey, love you too. I just went on a tirade about every single set of dice that I own. So you can VOD will be available if you want to hear the backstory of all the dice that I own. I am planning to buy, thanks to your telling, Bees, a new dice tray. What I was using before the one I have now was those, like, you can get like a 2-pack of them on Amazon. They're kind of like, they're not that big, but they're fine for like rolling a single d20. And then I got into Warhammer and I went, this ain't gonna cut it. So I got one of those big, I can show you this. Hold on, again, we're not commenting on the pajama situation. I commented on it 3 times. Why did the jazz cut so suddenly? It's because we cut away, that's why. One of these bad boys. Huge. Wicked massive dice tray. Which is great for Warhammer when I have 800 gazillion, quadrillion, million d6s to roll. But when I keep it in my backpack, see how, like, the edges are getting a little floppy? Which is fine. Definitely not the tray's fault. This is a very nice product. It's the fault of me not taking care of my things. A little too floppy. Or someone who's not very gentle and kind with her possessions. So what I'm gonna get is there is, and I also love this product, so I will name drop it as well. There's a company called Girly Pop Tabletop who makes Girly Pop Tabletop. You're not gonna believe this. One of the products they make are these dice trays. My beloved. That are, I believe they're hexagonal as well. And they hold 5 sets of dice on the side. It's a nice size. It has a lid, and there's one that's like a sage green that has Lily of the Valley on it. That's the one that Bees has. There's a pink one with a dragon on it. Super cute. Purple one with a butterfly. Love it. And they just announced a new one that's this, like, beautiful steel blue with a sword on it. And I was looking at the dragon one because I'm big into pink and green right now because of my current character. I'm also big into green and purple because of my upcoming character. I love blue. Am I wearing yellow? Yes. Did I pick yellow as my Strix color? Yes. My soul, I've been the teal friend forever. And this is recent. It used to be even more abysmal color, and this is gonna change. I'm gonna make it green soon. I am the teal friend. And it's got a sword on it. And, like, my character that I'm about to play uses a sword. I like sword. Not to be woke, but I like sword. And so when that drops, I'm going to be all over that, and then Bees and I are gonna be matching, and then I'm gonna have a, like, solid... They literally fucking made it for me, that's what I'm saying. It's more solid than the one that I'm using, so it'll, like, hold up in a court of law. This one... Guilty its charge. This needs to see the light of day only when I'm playing Warhammer. That's the only way it stays safe. But then I can have 5 sets of dice for my character because they'll fit. Isn't that beautiful? So, get down. Does not need all that honking. I'm so excited about that. I have learned in the past year and a half or so that oh my god, the elevator's been in front of us the whole time. Has there always been a horse and a gelatinous cube here? And it's good for wearing as a helmet during heinous D&D events. That is true. Sometimes you just have to put on a little hat to get through a situation. And I think that would help me, spiritually, be able to put on my little hat. Or as a shield, even, if you just need to... You really sometimes just need to... block and parry. What was I waffling about just mere minutes ago before I saw the elevator? No, it's inside the elevator. You know... This brain of mine. Ward off the crimes. True. Shit, I also don't remember. This thing is moving 1,000,000 miles a minute, and not even a bystander nor myself can keep up with the subjects that are just falling out of it. 5 sets of dice, and my cute little dice tray, so exciting. Tabletop role-playing games. That's what I was talking about. I have learned in the past year and a half that I have a lot of hobbies. I love playing video games. I've always been a gamer girl. I like theater and singing and performing. I like Warhammer. I do. I like collecting Pokemon cards. I like all these things. I am a TTRPG girl through and through. D&D, first and foremost, because that's my first love. And the one I know the most, and the one that I played the most. I am a TTRPG girl. Nothing brings me more fulfillment in this life than D&D and Daggerheart and things of the like. And so I am willing to invest $100 million gazillion into having fun things for it because it will get used and it will make something that's already fun for me even more fun. It's true. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm a D&D girl. As per the dice conversation. And the dagger. Plus more feminine energy in male-dominated spaces. Yes, that is something I strive for. Period, and especially in this group and in my life. Because sometimes I can't do it. So sometimes I just need to, you know, pull the reins and decide that, yeah, on Mondays, when we play Eberron and I wear a dress, take that. Take that. My character needs a cleansing stone and perfume because she will crash out if she smells bad. Sue me. It keeps you humble. Keeps you humble and grounded. to bring some femme energy. The femergy, if you will. God, I love her. Me too. She has revolutionized my life, genuinely, and my thoughts on femininity for myself. I'm grateful for her every day. That's why my room's going pink and green. That's why. I mean, this is literally the notebook that I use for her. It's got a squishy panda on the front, and it says notes. I think that's lovely. I think that is perfect and exactly what we need more of in this world. I think I'm gonna end up using the notebook you got me bees for Daggerheart. I think that might be my Daggerheart notebook. I still got hella in this one. I was gonna rewrite all my notes in that one, but I'm like, we've been playing this game since September, that's so many notes, so I'm just gonna leave the pandas been through this. Belongings? Will not take care of them. They need to be indestructible for them to survive. There's so much goddamn more. There really is. There's a lot to write down, and my note-taking ability has gone so down the drain. As has my memory, so... things happen. Or... we do a little... all the time. All the time! It's tough. I don't know what to do about that besides, like... I don't know. It's a skill issue, really. Yeah, I've only used this much. I got plenty. I got plenty. This is our notebook. So I'll use the fun beaded one for... I just write what my character knows, just not much. I won't say nothing. I write down everything and then it doesn't stick. So I think, honestly, your system might just be more effective. I have a meme on my phone about Storm having to re-explain the Eberron lore to me every session. Which has been true since 2020. 2019. Old habits die hard. They really do. And that's like, yeah, like, what? If you want my incredible acting prowess and my beautiful, you know, role-playing and face and juicy ass at your table, you have to deal with the fact that I have the memory of a goldfish and will not know what's happening ever. Pros and cons. It's up to you if that's worth it or not, but for 6.5 years it has been, so I'm gonna go with it. It's a fair trade-off. It's like learning European history, dog. It's 2 million years of stuff. Yeah, that's why when I made my homebrew setting, I said the Earth's like 2,500 years old. There's not that much history because I don't want to have to think about 900 generations ago. Now, so on top of that, yeah, all you needed to know was what was relevant at a given time because that's all I have the span for. But I will eat up Eberron every single time. Every chance I have to get into the world of Eberron and play in it, that's my setting. I've never played in the Forgotten Realms. Unless Witchlight is in the Forgotten Realms, in which I've played 2 sessions of it. My knowledge of the Forgotten Realms starts and ends with Baldur's Gate 3, which is going to make someone out there very upset at me. I don't care. I don't. I don't care. Forgotten Realms is cool, but to me, Dungeons and Dragons is Eberron because that was my first love and persists to this day. That's my baby girl. I love Eberron. I love Eberron, I love D&D, I love TTRPGs, I love life, I love that I am doing this right now. On a Thursday. Isn't that just something? Too loud of an object to be fidgeting with. Neato. Well, this has been fantastic. I should probably stop streaming. Because I have shit to do today that I am not prepared for. So I need to... I need to go print some character sheets out and stuff. And transition mentally to the next task. So, thank you all. Speaking of TTRPG, yeah, the grind doesn't stop. The grind doesn't stop, and I'm so happy about that. So thank you all for joining me for this, Placid Plastic Duck Simulator and yapping about TTRPGs stream. This was baller. I'll stream again one day. Monday at the latest, maybe earlier, who knows. We have an Instagram at the Strix Mix, a Blue Sky at the Strix Mix, and 2 YouTube channels at the Strix Mix and Strix Mix VODs for polished content and this. Thanks again, have a great day.